It's Lydia, Priestess Honeymoon, Pleasure Lily. Oh my goddess, my dogs chewed up my gong thingy, la 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 la. I'm about to have a royal wedding. It is Monday. Why not get married on a Monday? Why not a Monday? Why not feel pleasure every single day of your life? Why not? Don't save it for some other here and there happening later on. Schedule it in for tonight after everything else is done, and then I'm too tired. Oh man, I'm gonna show that off. I was gonna get dressed up in my bride outfit for this video, but decided against it. What was I gonna say? There was so much on my mind, okay? This royal wedding, marrying myself on the new moon in Gemini today, and just choosing myself every single day in every way that I can. Just so many moments coming in. Oh, excuse me. I was trying to get up to sit up to do the video, and I'm I'm so uncomfortable. I'm 20 weeks today, halfway. What is gonna happen to me? Oh my goddess, I can't even imagine in 10 weeks. I'm not even gonna be able to get up. Beached whale! If that's the worst of it, it is all worth it. So just grateful to get to do this and be in this connection with this little soul inside of me. Yeah, actually thinking today how my daughter was born so connected to, and just because I had just loved her, even though if I wasn't super mindful about it, I did just connect in and send her love all the time, even not being that oh man. Even not being that aware of my presence and my connection, I was still so connected at that time, just within, because it is all within, and I've always been a really deep feeler and thinker, and just the depth that I can go to is so amazing, and I'm so grateful for it. And thank you for being here. And I don't need to do anything in this realm. That's the thing. So make sure that nothing's on my teeth, and live true to myself. So many things coming up from literally other healers who have been you're not this, you're not that, whatever, right? Maybe they're not at that level of feeling that depth of this energy either, and they're putting it on me because they've done courses and they're offering programs, and it's that's okay. I'm touching spirit realm, 12D, 20D, 1000D. The universe is feeling all of this healing. My cousin was just oh, did you have a relationship with Florence, my birth grandmother? And it's no, but that doesn't matter to me. I've healed so many layers that I've healed for my grandmother. I had a vision of her in one of my healing moments, and healed her pain too. I was actually developed in her womb, so we have that connection. We're all just people. Hey, am I bleeding now? Or is that a nut in my tooth? Okay. So I was going to do the heavenly virtues, and today, like, I just Googled it, and it was saying, like, a different order. For some reason, I had in my head that chastity was the first one I was going to start with, so I am, even though it came up humility, charity, chastity, patience, kindness, temperance, and diligence. So, I guess the humility and charity will have to wait, because I did want to talk about chastity, and it makes sense for me. Lust. Lydia, lust. Oh, man. So, chastity, the opposite of lust. Chastity is about purity and the responsible use of one's sexuality, often within the context of marriage. So that's kind of like a shorter definition than the one that I was reading about, because like literally I was like, chastity, like what's up? The only thing I knew about was like a chastity belt. Save yourself for marriage. Put that chastity belt. I think it'd be so hard to wear a chastity belt. Like I would totally have that as part of my dominatrix, submissive dominatrix. Get ups, gear. Who wants to buy me like one in 24 karat gold? I'll let you have the key. But yeah, so, or like have it on a guy, make him wear it, like chastity belts. But yeah, so chastity, it's like, how are, like, with the control of our sexuality, like, and how are we ever meant to, like, up level to, like, these amazing, like, virtues? Because it was all control. Oh my God. But, like, I embraced and embodied the sins. And I read a really good article about chastity, another perspective on it, right? And it's like, but yeah, I was just like thinking, is like when someone wrote this, it was like almost literally like impossible for like humans to like get to those virtues, because what, like, or is it just control? And like people, no wonder there's so much shame. Or it's like, oh, a priest can because they're like, you know, giving their life to God and not, and refraining from sexual activity, right? It's like, but then they go and like molest people. There's a discretion. There's something wrong here. And like, so I heard like the chastity as just being like pure and devoted to that cause, whatever it is, right? And yes, our sexuality is very important, to be pure of heart and devote our love and that kind of connection. It is so sacred. It is so beautiful. So maybe the chastity like isn't about like refraining from sexual impurities, even in marriage or outside of your marriage. Those things, it's all about communication, right? Like, if one person wants to and the other doesn't, like, they need to talk about that, and maybe they're not with the right person. And the shame around our sexuality, like, there's something wrong with thinking these thoughts. You know what's wrong is the way that marriage was taught to us, right? I really believe that this is the way that marriage, like the laws about only marrying one person, came into effect, because one woman was married to all the leaders of all of the tribes, and the invaders were coming in and trying to take over, and all of the men showed up to fight them, and they weren't able to invade their countries and take over their land, because she was married to all the leaders, and then all the leaders brought all the warriors to fight them off, and then all of a sudden, oh, it's illegal for a woman to be married to more than one man, or vice versa, right? But it was all control. I told that to my stepmom and my dad when they were here, because like they went to visit like a jail in Ireland when they were there, and that would, she's like, yeah, my great-great-grandfather, my great-great-great-great-grandfather, some far down the line was in jail there. So they went to visit the prison, and I'm like, what was he in jail for? She's like, oh, he was a horny man. Like, that's a bad thing. Like, who isn't? If you're not, then you are just suppressing your natural feelings. And he went to jail for polygamy because he had 2 wives, and people were freaking jailed for this. And it is literally so deeply ingrained in us that that is wrong, right? I told them that story about how marriage came in to try to relieve some of her own shame and guilt about her family being some horny guy that got jailed. And they're like, oh, well, I never heard that story. And I was like, of course you didn't. These stories are written by the victors. They're not going to tell you the real truth. Wake up. Wake up, people. Na, 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 na. Oh my God, my wedding song is totally going to be the Jeopardy song. Do, 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 do. You want to tune into my wedding? Join me in the SubMatrix Wombiverse QueenDom. Mwah. Little talk about humility. Oh no, it wasn't humility. It was chastity because, yes, I recently decided to just be like devotional, to do like this devotional celibacy, to really share this pleasure, but also just keep this connection for myself and the divine until all of the things that I want are here, right? Really focus on that. But I do believe that, like, people can be chastity. No, I don't think you can be chastity. Be chaste. We can achieve that virtuous heavenly virtue. We can, and it's by being pure of heart, by being true to ourselves when it comes to our sexuality. Open and honest communication, not hurting others, giving to ourselves first. That pureness of heart is chaste. You can get there. You want help? Love you.